What's up? Welcome into the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham, and on today's show, the latest Chiefs news and rumors to hit you guys with, coming off a win over the Houston Texans to clinch the AFC West once again. But let's start with a free agent kind of waiver wire rumor. How about bringing back Sammy Watkins as the Packers waived Mr. Sammy Watkins on Monday? He is set to hit waivers on Tuesday, and if he clears waivers, would be a free agent, but he could get picked up. Doesn't have that much money left at all on this season since he signed a cheap deal with the Green Bay Packers. Now, Sammy Watkins hasn't done much this year. 13 catches, 206 yards. As you could probably expect, he did miss some time with some injuries because that's what Sammy Watkins does. He's averaging 15.8 per catch, so he does still get the occasional big play, but let's be honest, Sammy Watkins is pretty cooked because he gets hurt every year, hamstring, ankle, it's always something, and he really hasn't put together a full productive season in a while. I mean, what's crazy about Sammy Watkins, he only has one 1,000-yard season. Like, he just has never been able to stay healthy throughout his career. He had some good times with the Chiefs. The year they won the Super Bowl, he was incredible in the playoffs. But really, since that playoff run, he's just been kind of average, and he's been hurt more often than he hasn't been. So that's just kind of the reality. Now, practice squad edition, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I mean, he knows the offense. He knows Kansas City. Mahomes, they know him, and if he were to suffer an injury, he could be a guy that you could call up and, could plug and play pretty well. But, I mean, you think about what the Chiefs have at receiver with Juju, MVS, even, guys like Justin Watson and so forth. Like, whose spot is he going to take? Like, I don't see a scenario where Sammy Watkins returns. And Elizabeth Reid, I see your super chat. For those watching live, we will get to that after this segment. Should the Chiefs sign Sammy Watkins? Type S for sign or P for pass. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. S for sign or P for pass. Should the Chiefs sign Sammy Watkins? Let's talk about the kicker, Harrison Butker's woes. Great first name, not great kicker this year. Butker has missed 8 total kicks this year between extra points and field goals, missed one of each yet again on Sunday. I get it, the field goal is 51 yards. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's a big kick, and he missed it. Chance to win the game, and they ended up going to overtime. Obviously, they ended up winning, so it didn't cost them, but still. You look at his numbers this year, 16 of 21, only 76.2%, which is well below league average and well below his career average. He's like an 88% career guy. I mean, he's just below Justin Tucker in terms of percentages in his career, believe it or not. 3 of 6 on 50-plus, which is fine. If you're 50% or better from downtown, that's okay, but he's missed 2 under 50. He's missed 3 extra points. He just hasn't looked right all year. I mean, he had that ankle injury on his plant leg in week 1, cost him to miss a while, and, there's all these people, maybe he's still hurt, this and that. It's like, well, then why is he out there? I don't think he's hurt. He just doesn't look right. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Former Chiefs punter and holder Dustin Colquitt had this to say, because people were tweeting about this, and he replied to someone and said, he's an exceptional punter, talking about Tommy Townsend, the holder. He says then, if you look back on the holds at the holds on the extra point, the laces are facing the sidelines, and on the missed 50-plus yarder, he pulled the ball to him at the last second and forced the ball to go right. He's been missing the spot all year. So he's kind of talking mumbo-jumbo technicalities of, holding and kicking and whatnot. So someone sent in 2 screenshots side by side to Colquitt, and he retweeted this. The left one there where the laces are out and the football, looks slightly better set up, closer to Townsend. He made that one. Second one, it's a tick closer to Butker, and he pushes it. The laces are to the side, which I don't know how much as long as the laces aren't where the kicker is kicking it, I don't know how much that does or should matter. But again, I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional kicker. But I don't know what to make of this. Like, is this a Tommy Townsend problem? Because he's been the holder for 3 years now. Like, and if this was such a huge issue, like, why are we just now hearing about it? Why has this not really been brought up before? And you have a backup quarterback in Chad Henne. Some teams use their backup quarterback as the holder. if it's that big of a problem, why not make that switch or give Chad Henne a chance to be a holder? I think something's off here. I don't know what to make of it. I'm not defending Tommy Townsend saying he's doing his job properly. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But for Colquitt to just come out and be like, yeah, it's the punter's fault. And is there a little something extra there? Like Tommy Townsend replaced Colquitt as this team's punter? Like, is there some, not jealousy, but just like some frustration? Because that was a surprise cut at the time when they got rid of Colquitt and made Townsend the starter. I don't know. Colquitt did go on to say he thinks Tommy's a great punter, just an average holder. So I'm not sure. I don't know what to make of this. I do know this, that Harrison Butker hasn't been himself pretty much all season. Even, he used to be one of those kickers where his makes are right down the middle. That's not even the case anymore. It's just you feel a little shaky when he goes up to kick the ball. You got to admit that's how it's been this season. Now, are you concerned with Harrison Butker? Scale it from 1 to 10. How concerned should be the question here. 10 being very concerned and 1 being you're not concerned at all. I'd go like 6. I mean, I'm more than averagely concerned. I mean, I'm not terrified. Like, I don't think there's a better option on the street, so I'm not going to cut him or anything like that. But do I have some concerns? Yes, I do have some concerns. So let me know. Scale it from 1 to 10. Again, 10 being you are very, very concerned. All right, Rocket Money is something that will ease your concerns when you're trying to, reel in your finances a little bit. If you're just starting to think, man, I need to save some money, cut back a little bit, especially after the holidays, after you've spent a lot of money on Christmas shopping and that sort of thing. Well, Rocket Money is going to help you do that because they're going to help you stay on top of your finances and cancel any subscriptions that you no longer want or didn't even realize that you had, because when you get going with Rocket Money, download the app for free right there, rocketmoney.com/ChiefsChat. Will redirect you to the App Store, and you can download the app for free. Once you get going, all your subscriptions will line up in front of you, and you can go through and be like, okay, I'll keep Netflix. I still use that a lot. Hulu, yeah. Oh, Prime Video. I haven't used that in about a year yet. I've been paying $12 a month or whatever it is. I'm not using Spotify anymore. I'll cancel that. And all of a sudden, boom, you're saving $30, $40 a month if you decide to get rid of some subscriptions. What's cool, too, is you can see how much per month on each subscription you're spending. And, these prices are going up all the time, right? Because these companies want to make more money. And if you decide, I don't want to pay this much for Netflix anymore, I'll go ahead and cancel. Boom, you can do that. You click the cancel button next to whichever subscription you don't want. They do the rest for you. You don't have to contact Netflix or Hulu or any of these other companies to get rid of a subscription. They will do that for you. You just click one button. So download the app for today. Stay on top of your upcoming bills and overall finances as well. RocketMoney.com/ChiefsChat. It is RocketMoney.com/ChiefsChat. Get going with Rocket Money today. Link in the description and the comments of this video. Let's talk about Jerick McKinnon and his emergence out of the backfield over the past few weeks. He's really start to hit his stride as a weapon in this offense. And you look at his past 3 games overall, I mean, he's been great, right? Over 300 total yards, so that's over 100 all-purpose yards per game. 125 rushing, average of over 5 yards per carry. 191 receiving yards, average of 11.2 yards per catch, which is like what a receiver averages on their catches. 5 total touchdowns. Jerick McKinnon, folks, is a legit weapon in this offense right now. I mean, you could make a very strong argument that after Travis Kelce and Juju, this is your 3rd best weapon. And I like the way Pacheco's been running too, but McKinnon is getting you some big, big plays. Like, there's just no way to dispute it at this point in time. And he's very confident in his play right now because he foresaw the game-winning touchdown. Here's what he had to say in the huddle going into that game-winning score in overtime. He said, I'm about to score. Juju looked at me and said, I got your back, bro. Find me when you get out there. It worked exactly like that. He said, I got your block, bro, actually, and that's what happened. He said, I made it to the 2nd level, and I literally ran off of Juju's block and was about to score. Just crazy how it worked out like that, man. It's crazy. He's just rock solid, right? I mean, you think back to last year in the playoffs. He became this team's most consistent back. He's a great pass catcher. He's really good in pass pro, picking up the blitz and being an extra blocker for Patrick Mahomes when teams bring pressure. He can run the ball efficiently. He's not a guy you're going to give 20, 25 carries to every single game, but he can give you 10 to 15 carries on any given Sunday. So I'm pleased with him. I like the way Pacheco's been playing too. I know he fumbled on Sunday, but this 1-2 punch has been solid, and McKinnon's your most reliable back. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So come playoff time, this is going to be the guy you're going to have out there most snaps, I think. show McKinnon some love. Type 1 in the comments. I mean, Jerick McKinnon, what a find this guy has been. You brought him in last year. He was clutch down the stretch. This year, he's just been steady all year. I mean, they didn't re-sign him until, late July, early August? What a player he's been. He's been very, very good. Help us reach 35,000 subscribers here on the Chiefs Report, as we are less than 300 away. If you want free Chiefs videos, the latest news, rumors, playoff picture, injury updates, pre-game preview videos, post-game shows, live watch parties, we are the channel for you. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Go ahead and subscribe today. Let's talk about the MVP race a little bit more. Andy Reid is backing his quarterback for MVP. He believes that Patrick Mahomes should win it this year. This is what Reid had to say after the game. He said, "You saw what he did. I mean, he took care of business today. Went back to work and worked on it." This coming off the 3-interception game last week. I mean, you're talking about a guy, if he's not the MVP in this league, I'm not sure what's wrong with them. Probably talking about voters there. But he cleaned it up, comes out, we have almost 500 yards of offense. And that's what a high-level player does. You have a bad game, really just a bad half of football, and you come back and you play at that MVP level. And I think what's going to happen here is Jalen Hurts probably will win MVP. Not that he wouldn't be deserving, but more of just because Mahomes could win it every year. So for him to win it and for voters to vote for him, he's got to be absurdly, spectacularly better than everybody else. And I do think he's the best quarterback in football, but I think Hurts is the easy vote. They have the best record. It's a fun story. He's kind of, the second-round pick that was an afterthought, and he's playing very well. I think he'll win it. Could Mahomes win it? Is he deserving? Absolutely. I think right now, though, Jalen Hurts would win the award. We'll see what happens over the final 3 weeks. Now, who do you guys think is the MVP frontrunner right now? Type PM for Patrick Mahomes or type JH for Jalen Hurts. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Who is the MVP frontrunner at this point in time?